Welcome back to the Loser Island podcast. I'm with a very special guest,
Raúl
and
Malik.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming on, guys. How you been?
It's a pleasure to be here, man.
How you guys feeling?
Awesome.
That's good to hear.
This podcast, or not podcast, interview.
Well, first question is, you remember the party you had in high school?
Yeah, of course.
Can you tell us what happened?
Oh, well.
Man. What was the plan behind? Because I know I want to give my side of the story, but I want to hear your side of the story.
So there's a lot of things that happened at that
This
party.
is your freshman year, wasn't
This
it?
was my sophomore
year.
Sophomore year. That was, damn.
Sophomore
That was
year.
a crazy party.
It was.
So basically my parents left town and they went to Vegas.
Hell yeah.
And so I was like, my parents are partying, why can't I party? Seemed fair enough to me at the time. And so we were friends with, I don't even remember his name. Oh, fuck. But he was just driving us around and he took us to this liquor store and we just bought like beers.
Hell yeah.
And then we brought the beers back. And I still remember we were playing Blood on the Leaves by Kanye.
Yeah,
on the
dope
way
ass
back.
song.
And then when we got in, we played the same shit. And then by that time, it was already on everybody's stories.
Right,
Everybody had seen that shit. And I was like, all right, it's going to be a big-ass party. And the only thing I could do was, like, tell people to park in, like, the football field or something. But, like, that didn't work out.
Right.
So eventually, the whole street gets flooded with people. Like, absolutely flooded.
And where we live, it's the suburbs, right? So
Yeah,
like,
it was the burbs. It was
Yeah.
the burbs. And completely flooded with cars, man. And it's the burbs, so people are going to be sussed out. And most notably, I don't want to name drop her, but her mom lived next door to my house.
Yeah.
And she called the cops, allegedly. She knocked on the door, and there were already like maybe 50, 60 people in there.
Right. It was a big ass party.
I always say 80, but 50, 60 maybe.
Yeah.
And so yeah, she just walked in and started kicking people out. And we had a few friends who had like just taken acid,
Oh
like
my
in
God.
the basement. And so like,
I was one of them.
yeah,
She tried to kick me out the motherfucker.
yeah, she tried to kick them out, and I was like, nah, these three stayed.
Right.
And so like 3 of my guys stayed back, and then everybody just left, and like that, it was.
Nah,
over.
you're kicking people out. He's capping, man. I remember my senior year. I was like a senior, and I'm getting kicked out. I'm like, what the fuck am I getting kicked out for? Like, everybody else staying, I'm getting kicked out.
I remember you had the Captain Morgan.
Like, I was pissed. I was a little tipsy, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, this is getting lit too.
Yeah, bro. It was
Like, not even
just
midnight
getting
time.
going.
It wasn't even midnight.
Just getting
like, you know,
going.
I thought this shit was gonna go at like 2 a.m., 3.
Bro.
Like, you know, it had potential, but
I
I
was
was
so
like,
excited
damn.
for it, man.
I know. But what's one of your favorite memories from high school? Going back.
Party. I mean, let me think of a better one. That one's just off the lick. Shit, man. Florida.
Was that like a spring break trip?
Hell no.
No. we were staying there for a long time, and over a few summers we worked there. And that was really, really nice.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
What year was that?
That was 2018.
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Or, well, yeah, 2020, I guess.
So both of you guys are artists, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
You guys make
I'd say
art.
so.
What
Yeah.
kind of art do you guys make?
Music.
Music.
I like to think of art as like a lot of things, especially because I'm trying to get into design now.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing art in a lot more places than where I would normally see it.
When you're saying design, you thinking like paintings?
I'm thinking everything.
Everything.
Like all the way down to like the architecture of this table.
Ooh.
like,
Yeah.
like this is a very pretty table. You know what I'm saying? Like all the simple things, and like trying to think of ways to how I can make money and make a future out of that.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So when did you realize you had a talent for this kind of stuff?
Oh man, when did you start rapping?
Bro, on some goofy shit like 8th grade.
Yeah.
8th grade. Can you get closer to the mic? My bad.
Yeah.
So 8th grade. What about you?
8th grade, I was going to like Blue Lake camps and stuff, and like I just enjoyed drawing. And from then on, I was like, yeah.
So you guys knew pretty early on.
Yeah.
That this is what you want to do for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I like dedicated to this thing.
Who inspired you? Do you have like a big inspiration you looked up to growing up?
Man, Da Vinci.
Da Vinci, ooh.
Yeah, Da Vinci for sure. Yeah, because
What
he was
about you?
doing everything.
I really couldn't name one.
Da Vinci. What about for you for music?
For music, man, Eminem.
Yeah.
Eminem was the first rap record I listened to.
Really?
Yeah.
First?
Yeah, that was the first one I listened to.
Because it's like some Michigan bias?
Yeah, Michigan bias, man. Also, it's Eminem. He was the biggest rapper at the time, and like, even though he was white, it was like, whatever. But he was really good.
Would you say he inspired you to also pursue rap?
Definitely.
Who's bro? Young Gray.
Young Gravy.
Hell no. I cannot stand Young Gravy. I'm sorry, bro. He kind of corny.
That's my role model, bro. That's a GOAT.
What is he the GOAT in what aspect
Bro,
of?
he's the best rapper of all time. What you talking about?
Seriously?
No.
Okay, speaking of rappers, who's your guys' like top 3 rappers in the game? You would say mainstream or underground? Doesn't matter.
Go first.
All time too. No, actually, no. Just right now. Right now. Yeah.
J Electronica.
Woo.
3. Biggie 2. And I've been listening to more and more Andre lately.
Andre 3000? Yeah. That's a good 3. What about you, Malik?
Babe, Y&J, Travis Scott.
Travis Scott, yeah, I love Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Astro Worlds is such an underground, not underground, but it's such a classic, man. Like, dude, there's no skips in there basically. Maybe like 1 song, 2 songs.
Not even, bro. I think that album, it really works together. It flows well, you know.
It really
I
does.
really can appreciate.
It's a masterpiece.
I can appreciate an album with flow.
So, how long have you guys been making music?
Since 8th grade. That's when we made our first track.
Yeah.
And it was like a complete joke. We were spitting some stupid shit. But
And you uploaded to SoundCloud and shit?
No, we never uploaded. But yeah, 8th grade.
Do you guys like got like a certain studio, or you guys just like record at home?
No, man, we were recording in your basement.
Hell yeah, some real
Mom's basement.
You guys like know how to mix? Who's doing all the like the production side?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Bless him. Even though at the very beginning we were just taking type beats off YouTube and putting them in GarageBand, but it evolved.
Do you guys have any music out right now? New song coming out in the future?
I got Redemption out right now on SoundCloud.
Check it out, guys.
New track.
It'll be in the description.
Yeah.
Shit.
You wanna plug your shit?
I got some new shit. It's called Mob and shit coming out soon.
Coming out?
Yeah.
How soon? This summer should we expect?
Shit. Picking number 1 through 10.
8.
8 days.
8 days. Hey, so 8 days from whatever. All right.
That's what's up.
So where do y'all see this going? Like best case scenario, where do y'all see this going?
I don't know. I've been taking it a little slower. So I've been setting these goals, right? And right now I'm only looking at like maybe 1 to 2 year term goals. And so far, I just want to meet more people in the game. Like that's like the big thing for the next 6 months. You gotta find people in our area, for one, and hopefully we can get some studio time somewhere.
Yeah.
Start doing some more music seriously. And that's what I think. What about you? You thinking for the future?
Oh, everybody think I'm dead and I'm being cute.
Yeah.
Cuba smoking a big ass cigar, huh?
Big ass cigar.
So then, since you guys are so involved in music, what do you guys think about like the music industry?
Man.
And music labels.
Man, music labels, man. That's one thing that I think I really want to do with my career, at least try to do my best to do, is to have all my masters under my name.
So like own every single penny.
All of them.
Because a lot of people don't know even what that means when they hear masters.
Yeah, a lot of people...
Try to break that down.
Yeah, so basically, there's a lot of different versions of a track, almost. And basically on different platforms, it means different things to different people. And with the record labels, the way that they do it is they basically are buying the rights to your music, the rights to your files, your mastered files. And so that means they own most, if not all, of your music. And you're basically signing away a portion of your life. And the bigger these deals get, like if you go up to scales of like multi-million-dollar deals, basically they're buying out years at a time.
Sheesh.
And if you start to fall off, that's when things start to become an issue, because then you're more valuable dead than alive.
Because they're still gonna make money off you.
Yeah, and even though I'm trying to get in the music industry and I shouldn't be talking all this shit, and Brody's probably trying to back away from the camera, but eventually you will be worth more dead than alive in the music industry.
So how do you feel about like labels in general, like, could you see yourself signing to one, or would you like want to keep like 50-50 deals?
If I ever signed to a label, the deal would be a partnership.
Yeah.
I'm not a slave. I'm a partner. That's how I would think of it.
Do you have a plan to get to that spot of like getting to a label to notice you?
Well, that's kind of what we got to figure out. It's kind of what we got to move forward with.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking of a lot about like the trends and how that's affecting people, and like the things like how X blew up was really, really interesting, because he was more of a social media presence before he was.
That is true.
A rapper or even a musician, period.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he did that was he was just going out fighting people on the street and recording it.
Yeah.
And he was getting views on views on views on views on views. And it worked out because his music also kind of supported this image, and he was also interacting with fans, which is something that I really love doing, and it's talking to all my fans and talking to all the people who support us.
Fuck yeah.
Because I feel like it's just very important to people who have your back. You should be back for them. Quid pro quo all the way.
That's a good saying. So, do you fuck? Do you, I forgot my question.
No, it's all good, bro.
So do you think like today's rap's different though compared to like X's era of rap? Because now we have TikTok and stuff like that, and a lot of people are coming off on that.
I feel like yeah, it's definitely changed. It's different. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it's worse or better.
Yeah.
It's just different. Personally, I grew up with X's era. I mean, fucking.
That shit like full volume on the bus. And
In terms of star power, I say this a lot. Not a lot of people agree with me. It's kind of an unpopular opinion, but he kind of had the same level of Tupac almost with our generation, in the sense that he died, unfortunately,
before he could get
get to the stardom that he deserved. But yeah.
So what are your thoughts on like TikTok rappers though? Could you see yourself becoming one of those, or?
I don't think I could hop on that wave. I'll wait for the next one.
Right? Because it works though. Because like you see people, they promote their music on there and it gets streams.
It's really it's supported by the ADHD youth.
Yes.
Because that's how Vine blew up.
Yeah.
And it was because it's 7 seconds. And now it's getting a little longer, but it's still fast paced. And most of the time when you see people scrolling through TikTok, I don't even have the app on my phone.
Yeah.
Because I see people scrolling
it's
through
addictive,
TikTok.
yeah.
It's addictive for one. And then I'll go up and ask them, I'll be like, yo, what's the last one you just watched? And they'll be like, oh,
really though?
And so it's literally like just killing time. And I can't get with that. I can't get with that. At least with like Instagram, like I know that I'm building a following.
Yeah.
I can see it. And I mean, you can do the same thing with TikTok, but Instagram's just more appealing to me. Mm-hmm. Even though Reels are blowing up now and it's kind of just like another TikTok. But as long as you focus on supporting other people on the page and finding like other artists, that's what I like to do.
So what would you say for both of you guys is like the hardest part about being a small time like artist and / creator?
Getting respect.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the saying that like 3 people are going to listen to you, 4 people are going to listen to you and hate it, and then 7 people aren't going to care.
That's a perfect way to put it.
So like it's just a matter of time before you break that boundary. You just got to keep pushing. I fully believe that.
Yeah, same thing. It goes for you, respect. What do you think it would take for you guys to get the certain amount of respect that you guys envision?
People like seeing numbers. Yeah. People like seeing big numbers. And like, it's also part of the reason why Travis Scott blew up. It's because people don't really know this, but he bought all SoundCloud streams. No diss to Travis Scott. Travis Scott's music is amazing. Owl Ferrell, I personally think, was one of the ones I liked more in his discography, even though most people would disagree with me. He bought a ton of streams on SoundCloud, and then got picked up by a label just because they saw he had numbers.
So it was fake streams?
Yeah, it was fake streams. But that's commitment. But look at him now. I mean, he was one of the biggest artists in the world. Working he had a concert so big. I mean, dude.
Yeah, he is pretty big. So it could pay off.
Yeah.
But organic's the way to grow, because that's how you know that people fuck with you.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want to meet more people in the industry. The more support you have from the people who are also trying to get somewhere where you are. And I think an important part of being a musician is that, especially if you see another musician or another artist that's better than you or worse than you, you take it as an advantage. Always. Mm-hmm. You always take that as an advantage. Unless they're ass. But like...
yeah.
But...
Unless that, yeah. We're kind of going back to like music label thing, like would you kind of go a Russ route where like you're gonna get big before you would even consider it, or like if you, let's say you got reached early and they gave you big money,
I would prefer to wait on it.
wait on it?
I want to take my time with it, personally.
How much numbers we talking?
Like we talking about, they'll put you on the radio. You'll be like,
No,
man.
I'm saying like why they hit you up off the rip? Like if you just look, then you about to be an industry plant.
No, they see like you got like 20,000 followers or something. They're like, all right, we see potential.
Like you said, like how Russ blew up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But Russ was, I heard Russ was big over like overseas before he was big in
Mm-hmm.
America.
Yeah.
So that's something you do, like be big in Asia or whatever.
I mean, it's global, yeah. I mean, it depends. If it takes away from my morals and my values as an artist, no.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like there's this one guy I saw a documentary on. Actually, he like sold his soul basically to the Chinese government.
Damn.
Just to like do TikToks for China.
But that's actually kind of a good point, because I feel like a lot of people in the music industry, they would do they have done the same thing to get to the top. And I mean, not to name names, but like, could you see yourself compromising yourself to reach like, you know, to the top?
Honestly, no.
No, that's not appealing to you.
I mean,
For
of course it's
guaranteed
appealing.
stardom.
Of course, it's appealing. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And to have that many people hear my music and relate to it and have aspects of themselves in it would be beautiful. That would be a really beautiful thing. But if I'm doing my thing and I'm putting out the art that I'm making and it's just not the top, but it's what I love to do and it's what I'm pushing through and it's what I believe in, more importantly, then I would rather, I don't know, be working on a boat.
That's beautifully put. All right. Well, but before we wrap up this interview, we always ask everybody this: what's the biggest L you've taken this year?
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'm not lying.
Biggest L I've taken this year. Man, we're gonna be here for a minute. I had a pretty good year.
Take your time.
You might have to edit all of this out.
I had 2 bikes in 1 year.
You
Got rid of them both.
Like what? Like what kind of bike?
Like
Motorcycle?
Suzuki and a Honda.
Oh shit! Why'd you get rid of them?
Money. Shit.
You got like rejected or something? Embarrassed by a girl, shawty? Scammed?
No, I've been playing it cool.
Fans aren't gonna be happy with that.
I'm sorry. I'll think of something. I promise. Oh, dude, my computer got stolen.
Damn.
Somebody stole my computer out the back of my car.
How much was it worth?
Like $1,000.
Dig down the drain.
Yeah, that was.
Where did it get stolen at?
It was in Florida.
Hey, well that makes sense. So everything goes in Florida, buddy. Like you can't.
But yeah, that was on me. I left my car unlocked. Never gonna
Damn.
happen again.
Right. Well, that was a good. Thank you guys for coming on. That was dope.
Yeah, man.
Make sure you guys follow them on everything. Socials will
sir.
be in below. Music will be tagged in below. Anything before you guys want to say?
I don't know, man.
Bitch.
It's been a pleasure.
Hell yeah. All right, make sure to subscribe, like the video, comment your favorite part, and stay losing.
Give me that. Give me that. Give me that.
Ah!